fuck about spring. Country been down so long, it's a must I win. Hold my place like cast iron, won't break, won't bend. Stuck them racks in a all black Camudo bag. Louis V straight, over starch, ball man pants. Used to rock them camo.
The defensive position, an ass-kicking anthem. Heavyweight or bantam, holding camps for ransom. The microphone phantom, teams hit the floor, it's the new fight joint. Like a broken needle, kid, you missing the point. We dominate your conference with all.
And enough of that crap, man. What's good, everyone, and welcome to.
Me.
What is good, everyone, and welcome to the.
Yep.
Let's figure we talk about wrestling. We might as well talk about that guy. But yo, what is good, everybody, and welcome to the First Runners Live show. Let me get 89 million to leave my job. This your boy B. Willingham, aka the Maple Leaf Muscle.
What's going on, my people, man? Hey, look, first of all, that John Cena album was fire. I don't care what anybody say. Because it had some dope production. It had Freddie Gibbs on that thing. I don't know. People are hating that they can hate whatever it is. But what up, peoples? King Leon here, aka Naldo. What's up with y'all boys tonight, man?
Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? This is your boy, The Real Reggie. And before I go on, man, I just want to give a shout out to T for our title tonight. Because it's I don't think we've had anything more perfect than this one, bro. I mean, we're going to talk about one person who is definitely living the American dream later on in the podcast. Y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out, though, in the meantime. But shout out to T for the title, man. That was definitely a home run right there, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm here. We're back again. First rounders in your face, live, and all that good shit. All four of us here. Shout out to the founder, B. Willingham. Shout out to my boy, Real Reggie. And shout out to my boy, I guess he's going by Naldo tonight. But shout out to my boy. We slap them kids every day, all day at the Boys and Girls Club.
This guy.
And then shout out to our guests, the ref, D-Ref.
Yeah.
Young Dane, man. Say your thing, player. Do your thing, player.
What up? Appreciate y'all having me on tonight. Happy to be here. Happy to provide a little perspective from a college basketball referee from around the way. But happy to be here. Always enjoying the show. Always enjoying listening to you boys. So glad to be here tonight. Appreciate the love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's a Brookwood High School alum and product of Olaf Hall at Georgia Southern. So you already know.
Shout out G County. G County, Hail Southern.
Hey, we already know who was pumping.
Oh, damn.
Hey,
damn. Yes, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Like the title is, let me get 89 million.
Let me get 89 million, period. I don't even leave my guy. Leave my job. I just need 89 million, period, y'all. I don't know about y'all.
Hey, all five of us will be on the island right now. If I got fired last week, all five of us will be on the island right now doing this together.
Yes, we would be.
We'll be doing first rounds together forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, we'll be our own sponsors.
Hey,
there we go.
You ain't gotta call nobody. It just transfer the money and we good.
There's a lot of things your boy would do for 89 mil, just so we're clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your job. Hey, would you be a ref?
Yup.
Would you be a ref? Man. Come on.
I'll be doing some.
Hold on. So your organization, your association, the ref association say, hey, we're gonna let you go, but we're gonna give you 89 mil. You still trying to be a ref somewhere?
Oh, hell no. Nah.
Oh, that's what we said. That's out of the show, big baby.
Like I said, there's a lot of things I do for 89 mil.
We're gonna bring you in while we talk a show like this. We're gonna bring you in for sure.
I mean, hey, look, I feel you.
I work part time at Nike. Jesus Christ. I mean, We
That might
understand to
be.
get the employee discount
Yeah.
on the Nike shit, but
Yeah.
Jesus, man, you
Sounds
got
like a sneakerhead.
yeah,
He
you got
know who
89.
he know who he is.
You got 89 million, man. Like, goddamn, you can buy shit. You can buy a whole bunch of shoes from Nike.
Look, if it's your passion, you're still gonna want to do it, even if you got the money. If your passion is something, whatever it is, you're gonna still want to do it because the money's gonna be there. But if you want to still, you know what I'm saying, like you do, like Dane said, you want to rough, you want to still rough. That's what you do.
I ain't gonna say my passion right now because this ain't the show. This is a sports show. But anyway, let's keep going, man. Let's keep going.
But yeah, that's It lost, like I said, getting 89 million. Do you think somebody's gonna pick him up?
Let me ask this verse. Is this like what would you call this the worst trade in NFL history?
Steelers about to get him.
I'm trying to think.
Would that be considered the worst trade in NFL history for the Broncos?
Well,
yeah, I didn't like his answer. So I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
It got so bad, bro. I think Russell said he had enough, y'all.
Nah, what it was, I didn't like the way he was just saying, so I just wanted to kick them out. So
Okay, damn.
I put him in StreamYard jail.
And he's back.
I mean, is that conspiracy theory? Can we go conspiracy theory now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Am I talking too much out of the pocket? What's going on?
But yeah, you were saying something about you think he might go to the Steelers, and you were talking about like you think this might be the worst trade of all time.
Just considering the outcome of it all, you know what I'm saying? Like, who won out for that? Besides, Seattle won.
Seattle won that. They got a first rounder. So.
Multiple.
Is it a worse deal than Trey Lance though?
Oh,
good question.
Honestly, I really think it is because honestly, you don't know why the Niners really have gotten away with dealing with Trey Lance because they were getting those supplemental picks from when Mike McDaniel and DeMeco Ryans got hired, so they were at least getting some shit back.
But that's got nothing to do with the Trey Lance part of it, though. They get away with it because Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, is doing what he's doing. Because otherwise, if they were rolling with Sam Darnold right now, or if Purdy was looking like shit.
Hey, man, it's just how the cards roll, man. We just so happen to still have the last pick of the draft be the best pick of the draft. So
that's still crazy.
It nullified itself out. We did lose 2 first round draft picks we could have used, but we still went to NFC Championship in the Super Bowl. So
they're still chugging.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
And I'm a Niners fan. I still got to give it to them though. It didn't hurt them.
And we got a 3rd round pick out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a 3rd round pick out of it. I wasn't even expecting a 3rd round pick, but the Cowboys said we'll take it. So
Cowboys, yeah. Well, y'all know who. Y'all know who's in charge of the Cowboys. So you mean So, man. So
you can't get worse than you can't also get worse than the Herschel Walker trade.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That would look crazy.
Speaking of Herschel Walker, I know this is kind of random, but he was at my barbershop last week. Yeah.
Oh damn.
He was at a barbershop. I took a picture with one of the barbers. Well, one of the barbers there. Well, he's the owner of it, and he took a picture. I thought that was kind of dope. But yeah, that might be the only good thing about Athens got going on. Cause Athens right now, they this ain't a political show, but they got their hands full right now. But yeah, sorry about that, but
yeah. No politics out here.
Yeah.
And we get back to good old Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
89 million. Hey.
So the Steelers just make sense.
Leave, brother. The Steelers want him, yes. The Steelers are trying to get him. But they ain't gonna get nothing.
Honestly, I think that's kind of weird now that the Steelers it's not weird to us, for folks who actually, have sense or whatever, though, man. But at first, it came out that the Steelers didn't want to bring anybody in that could challenge Kenny Pickett, allegedly. Allegedly, that was the first thing I heard, though. But then apparently somebody must have said something that made some sense. Of like, yo, we cannot go into 2024 with Kenny Pickett as our starting quarterback. And if they do get Russ, like I said, that's definitely something. I think Russ could actually do something in Arthur Smith's offense. This will actually be the first time I think since Big Ben that they've actually had a quarterback that was actually worth something that could actually be. So that is if you still think Russ can still play, though. That's the thing about it, though.
That's surprising that you giving a compliment. Well, you kind of giving a compliment to Arthur Smith. Reggie, are you giving that to him? Are you giving that to him?
Hey, man. I mean,
giving that to him?
Not really.
Like he could work. He could work.
Not really, because again, he's getting somebody who actually, he gets somebody with some game, and we know that he can. He showed he could work with veterans, the veteran types, so people who really aren't shit at the quarterback position. So if he can turn Tannehill into a starter, then he should be able to get something out of
Tannehill.
Russell at his age.
Tannehill for a starter for who?
Now I said if Arthur Smith could turn Tannehill into a starter for the Titans, he should be able to do something with Russ.
He sure can do that with Desmond Ritter. But that's another story.
Oh, Lord, we ain't got time for Ritter. We ain't got time for Ritter. Because he was supposed to be a rattler. With all the things going on, he's supposed to be a rattler. But now he didn't want to do that. So that's why he down in dumps, bro. He's supposed to be a rattler. But it's all good. It's all good.
The Steelers can't work though. I mean, the Steelers can work because you have a way better organization. It's like better. You got Tomlin. He's gonna, Tomlin's gonna do what he's gonna do to make it, make it work. And it's gonna be.
Who's gonna work? Steelers. What's gonna work in Steeler country? You talking about?
I mean, you look,
Mr. Wilson.
You still got a legit they have a legit offense. They had Pickens, the wide receiver. They always pick wide receiver.
You still have Pickens. You still have Harris. They actually got some dudes, but again, look who their quarterback has been for the past couple of seasons, man. They had to roll the dice between Kenny Pickett and damn Mason Randolph.
Who's to say that free agent Derrick Henry don't want to go up there and play for Arthur Smith and the Steelers? You know what I'm saying? Let that be a tandem with him and Najee Harris. Come on, man. That'd be crazy. Saquon could be a factor too. So it's like
I forgot Saquon's free agent too. Damn.
I think Saquon can go to the Texans.
Running backs right now. But yeah, I mean, if you put in the perfect, you put the perfect concoction together for Pittsburgh, that could work. Like
Mixon is available too.
People was talking about how Russell.
Oh, I forgot about it. Joe Mixon is a free agent.
Russell wasn't bad last year.
He wasn't.
Russell had 20-something touchdowns. Say what, Dave?
Sean Payton was done with him, and
yeah, he was. Absolutely.
The play calling showed him. He was done tanking it.
Yeah, that was a relationship that didn't work it out. It was just like we're moving on. Just which it was what it was. I still don't understand that Sean Payton transition. It's weird. He should have waited. He could have got the Chargers job this year, but
yeah,
he could have just chilled. But he's with Denver now. But yeah, it wasn't working for him. So Russell can do something if you put him in the right position. Maybe Russell can, again, put him in the right place. He can make it work, and Steelers can work. Steelers can definitely work. I can see the Steelers, and depending on how Kirk Cousins ended up, Kirk Cousins looks like he's going to be a Falcon now. So, Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta, and then boom, you have somebody that needs a quarterback in Minnesota. Russell can be good in Minnesota. With Justin Jefferson, Madison, that could work.
Hold on. I am definitely going to address that one, man. Since this is a general free agent talk, I think Kirk Cousins and his agent are playing the game right now. Personally, I think Kirk Cousins is this year's Lamar Jackson, and that I don't see Minnesota letting them go.
No, me either.
Any circumstances. Yeah, this is Kirk Cousins playing the game, y'all. And plus, I don't think nobody out there is gonna pay $90 million for 2 years for a quarterback coming off an ACL injury.
Hell no.
I think it was his Achilles.
Yeah, I was gonna say same thing, but I'm just playing. But yeah, you right about that, Reg. I ain't trying to spend my money on nobody like that. Unless you're the Cleveland Browns.
We can talk about that. We can talk about that in about a year about whether or not that was the worst trade.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's going to be absolutely.
That might end up taking the cake.
I think so.
Especially money wise, because it's a win. It was a win for Deshaun and his agent, but that, you know what I'm saying. Cleveland could be. I don't know. Cleveland went to the playoffs last year too, though.
It was a win for the. It was a win for the massage parlors too.
Cleveland went in spite of Deshaun, not because of.
Yeah,
Pretty boy Flacco was the one that took him to the playoffs.
Oh, you mean Grandpa?
going to sleep on the bench.
That man Waka Flacco Flame.
That was about to be a whole. That was going to be a whole deal if he would have kept going in the playoffs. And ended up probably like an AFC Championship. That would have been a whole.
Bro, I just wanted to see one more. I just wanted to see him. I just wanted to see him walk into Baltimore.
That would have been the best game ever.
That would have been the best game. Just walk in the building and walk in that visitor locker room, bro.
Walk by his poster of him with the championship.
Yep.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? This is my house, but that would have been fun. But the Cinderella story ended real quick. They took, Cleveland didn't have a chance, but
yeah, they never know. Maybe the Steelers will get their quarterback from one of these players from the combines. I mean, because the combines were this past couple of days ago. We had some good players. Probably won't be seeing. Probably we didn't see Caleb Williams because Caleb Williams is Caleb Williams.
So. That's where you want to go.
Oh, that.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I can say a little bit about what I want to say about Caleb Williams. This guy, Caleb Williams, he's not gonna make it in the NFL, bro. He didn't even make it. He ain't even make it on his damn college team. Because when his college team got to a bowl game, he said, "Nah, I'm good. I'm 13 million up. I got a penthouse in LA already. I'm good. I don't even gotta." And then when it comes to the NFL Combine, I don't need to see the doctors. I'm good. I mean, that doctors don't even know what I got going on, bruh. How you gonna be a part of an NFL team and none of the trainers, none of the doctors come see about you? What if you get hurt in the game and it's on national TV, like when not this past NFL season, but the NFL season before then, when Dak Prescott did the slide and broke his goddamn leg on national TV. Everybody knew about that, man. Everybody. So how are you going to say, I'm not going to get seen, I'm not going to do the NFL combine, I'm not going to get seen by doctors? But, bro, when you get on the NFL team, there are doctors, there are trainers on the team that look at you every time you come in the building.
Well, he ain't gonna have a choice if he's on the team. That's the thing about it. He ain't gonna have a choice then, man. But shoot, man.
Like, how are you gonna say I'm not gonna get looked at anybody at the combine, or I'm not gonna do the combine, bro?
Because you used to be one team.
He's not gonna make the money that him and his dad think he's gonna make.
Bro, he just needs one team to fall in love with him. He needs one team to fall in love with him, T. And that's the Bears. That's all he needs. All he needs is the Bears to fall in love with him, and he knows it. I mean, again, we can hate the game he's playing, But the truth is, he has the leverage. He has the leverage to do it. I mean, it's going to turn some certain teams off, probably. But again, he just needs one team to love him.
Somebody's going to do it at the top three. I mean, hey, shit.
One of those three teams, at least one of those two, because I definitely don't see Chicago or Washington trying to make those first two picks.
He's going to be a Russell.
One of those two is going to get him.
He's going to be a Russell.
Well, look who's the head coach at Washington right now, so you never know.
He's gonna be a Russell, man.
No,
he's gonna be a bust.
Quinn.
He's gonna be a bust, bro.
If the Bears somehow pass him or trade away that pick, Quinn's taking them. Washington's taking him. Like I said, he ain't falling out of the top two. And like I said, y'all gonna have to really convince me to think that the Bears aren't taking that boy number 1 in April.
I'm not saying they're not taking him, but he's gonna be trash when it comes to NFL league play, playing 17 or 18 games in the regular season, and the motherfucker ain't played. Matt, bruh, telling you, bruh, this guy got a lot of shit going on. He's probably gonna make a lot of money. I'm not denying the money that he's making, but when it comes to play on the field, he's not gonna see a lot of that shit. He's not gonna see a lot of it because he didn't stop playing before the fucking bowl game is ready to be played. Like, bro, you're not gonna see a lot of it. And then you make it all these stipulations. Oh, I need a contract with the team. Oh, I need to talk to the owner of the team. Oh, I need to talk to the fucking baseball team that's in the fucking city. Bro, the baseball team ain't got shit to do with you, bro. I mean, yeah, you probably
he wants a Mahomes deal.
You probably played baseball,
but he ain't on Mahomes level. That's the thing.
But bro,
we're
trying to get into the NFL, and when you get into the NFL and be subpar because you didn't play the games that you need to play in college, and you ain't got no goddamn fucking combine. And motherfuckers ain't seen you do shit else after you said, "Oh no, I ain't playing in the bowl game because we went to fucking Little Caesars Bowl, and I'm not playing in that shit." Okay, man. All right. Okay.
One thing I will say,
motherfuckers start hitting you in the NFL and they start sacking your ass. Don't say a motherfucking thing, man.
I will say one thing, T. I mean, honestly, bro, you're definitely overselling the fact that he skipped on the bowl game. I mean, for anybody who's watching us for the first time, for one thing, I appreciate y'all for dropping in and checking on us. Y'all could be anywhere but here, but instead y'all with us, so we appreciate it on all major podcast platforms. So check us out. I know this is always somebody's first time. It's the first time, checking out a show. So I'm just going to say this one thing: nobody major, or at least no bona fide NFL draft picks playing bowl games anymore. The only bowl games you're going to see top black players playing in is in those 4 playoff games and going forward in these 12 playoff games. Everything else, ain't nobody playing in these fucking exhibition games no more because everybody trying to themselves for the draft to the combine. So again, whatever. Not just Caleb Woods. Anybody else who's playing these games, whatever. Fans don't care. NFL teams don't care. So again, when Leonard Fournette said that he put all the film he needed to play on, and then when Christian McCaffrey followed a couple of weeks later, the game changed. Then, so
I mean, they got a point.
But I think the main thing I will agree with T on though is just the teams that's going to select Caleb Williams are going to put him behind the 8 ball, because as we see, Chicago just can't get offense right, and I don't trust the Dan Quinn team as far as I can throw all of their players. So
yeah, I agree. Man.
Caleb's talent is going to have to transcend whatever organization he's going to.
What talent he gonna transcend though?
What talent? I honestly, bro, I mean, again, you could say what you want about the man's attitude and the shenanigans. You can't believe, but you can't tell me that the dude is uber talented. That's exactly why teams are going to are going to roll the dice and be, you know what, we're going to put up with your ass until you show that you can.
Bro. He was talented. He was talented on the West Coast, but we're gonna see.
He was talented on the West Coast, and he was talented in the Big 12.
If he gets selected, if he gets drafted, we're gonna see, because he can get drafted, and all of us know. I mean, all 5 of us know, even though D-Ref isn't here for the football chatter, but he's here for the basketball chatter. But all of us know, watching football, motherfucker can be grade A++ God on the fucking college shit. But when it comes to NFL, that shit is like, C average player in the NFL, especially when it comes to quarterback. So I'm just saying, like, motherfucker is a pussy right now. But when he gets drafted to an NFL team, I want to see him and his dad reaction to that, and what he's gonna do to be a better QB in the NFL. That's what I want to see. I'm gonna say nothing else about the young man, but from him college until not being drafted, he's fucking pussy to me. Personal opinion on what I've seen. But when he gets drafted to the NFL, and I mean, shit, Zach Wilson got drafted to the NFL. All these other pussy ass quarterbacks got drafted to the NFL. So when Caleb Williams get in the NFL,
I mean, it's the Jets.
And he plays some games. I'm going to see what he got going on. But up to now, hey man, I'm done. I'm done with him.
Yeah.
This is interesting because I feel like this draft maybe last year might have withstanding, but this draft is going to be like one of the drafts where the players going in there had that year plus of the NIL, so they already had like this mentality of they got the money already. Especially with Caleb Williams being where he was at, like the mentality of these quarterbacks coming in is interesting now because they kind of already got it. You know what I'm saying? They got a little bit of it up front before they even got to sign professional career. Because you had last year, Caleb was thinking like, I probably just want to stay behind because I'm gonna get some more money playing college football instead of, like you have these decisions now of these quarterbacks or these players that's kind of like entering the draft with a little bit more of a different statue now. So it's interesting to see how these players go through the draft this year.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, I guess the closest thing this off is like Caleb Williams not even in the combine. I mean, don't know why he's not in there, but got some.
Honestly, nobody was in the combine. The only people who threw in the combine were some of the lower guys. The only top, at least what some people consider, and I don't get why people think he's a top 10 quarterback though. But the only top 10 quarterback that threw with the combine was JJ McCarthy. And I'm still trying to figure out where the hell did this JJ McCarthy, hype started coming from. He must have the same agent that damn Kirk Cousins has or what though, man. But the only quarterbacks who threw were JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix. I don't remember seeing Bo Nix though, but I know Joe Milton was there. So basically, some of the quarterbacks who we expect to be taken lower, again, because Jaden Daniels didn't throw at the combine, Drake May didn't throw at the combine, and I like both of them. Like I said, shoot, I kind of hope the Falcons actually, at least one of the options the Falcons do is somehow they could trade up. Some of the top 5 to get one of them, because for some reason folks are like nitpicking Drake May's game, and even though he has some quirks to his game, and he played for tired ass Mac Brown, I still like Drake May's game. Hell, if Drake May's at number 8, the Falcons better run their ass how to get that boy. even though I think Jaden Daniels is a better player, I think Jaden Daniels is going to end up being, the second quarterback chosen by the time April comes around. I just think, again, the main thing, just like with all players, it definitely depends on what team gets you. Because like I said, Chicago can't get offense right, and Dan Quinn coaches the team that's picking number 2. So whatever quarterbacks are get chosen in those 2 spots, or they're going to be behind the 8 ball. So yeah, like I said, they're going to have to figure out some things. They're going to have to figure out some things, if they go to either spots.
I'm interested in number 3. That's Gerard Mayo, right? In the Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
I'm interested in that. I feel like Michael Penix is going to go there. And I feel like Michael Penix is dope, but if it wasn't for his injury history, he wouldn't have been up there more. But I feel like Michael Penix might go to the Patriots, and you might see the Gerard Mayo era start off with a bang.
It's going to. Again, combine is everything though, but Penix looked rough at the combine. But of course, a lot of folks did, and again, some folks for some reason are still saying JJ McCarthy's quarterback 3. Again, I don't know why, but yeah, people, yeah, I still don't understand that one. I know he's a national champion, but
I don't trust Penix. I don't trust Penix up here.
Oh yeah,
the way that dude crumbled on the sidelines in a win in the semifinals and in the Pac-12 championship, and the Pac-12 championship, he's got his head down and he's like high, and it wasn't. I don't know. I don't trust the mental psyche of Penix. I'd take Bo Nix before I took Penix.
Oh shit!
Bo Nix got better at Oregon though. I was. Yeah. It took me a while to separate Auburn Bo Nix, but Oregon Bo Nix was that deal. Oregon Bo Nix was there. I don't know if I would probably take him. I honestly, they're almost the same quarterback. Again, like I said, that DeBoer, really that Ryan Grubb system. Again, all sorts of quarterbacks ate because no matter where Kendall DeBoer went, he had Ryan Grubb coming with him though. Like I said, the quarterbacks were damn. But you know what? Some teams actually talked about Spencer Rattler being quarterback 3. Why are you playing though, B?
I'm just saying, like some folks talk about they might.
Some folks actually talk about
over Penix.
Rattler might be the 3rd best quarterback in this draft.
And I mean, and like I said before, he started like college. He was actually the number 1 rated quarterback. He just had attitude issues.
And then he started playing.
Yeah. So if he can, I guess get rid of his ego and then work on his attitude, he might be. He could. Yeah, he could be a good fit.
Dinero
where he goes. Yeah.
That depends on the team too, right? Depending on what team he goes to on the attitude deal.
Right.
You got to go somewhere with that. They don't take that shit. I feel like all in all, though, this is just my thoughts on it. Like the combine is not really the quarterback's central area. Everybody, all the teams are meeting there because that's their one time that everybody's going to meet there and talk other business besides, the quarterback who's going to be the quarterback. They already know what they're going to be doing with that. Mm-hmm. Like the quarterback is going to be there for whatever reason. But they're making business moves, free agent moves. Everybody's there at one time, so they can talk to everybody at one time. So that's like their central area, and everything else is kind of like cool. Just bring them all in, and get the basics down. Get some questions in here and there for the players that are not really known like that. So, combine is not, propped up as it used to be anymore especially with the quarterback. So I don't even see any problems with that no more.
But Ronaldo, funny you mentioned that. My bad, Dan, go ahead.
Not on the field though, but I think one of the biggest things for quarterbacks, it's those interviews though.
Yeah, the interviews.
And it's understanding what people are actually willing to do and what they know. Right? When you talk about systems and being able to input stuff, like those interviews and the stuff that comes out in the interviews, it's amazing how people drop from people's boards based on the conversations that they have with them at the combine. Right. And then they go,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad the interviews is better now because remember the interviews used to be off the chain a couple years ago when the Atlanta Falcon team was talking about Eli Apple and
I'm just thinking about that.
some sexual orientations and stuff, and moms being homeless and stuff like that. But hey, I'm glad they cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what? You asked them what? Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I said, but again, to your point about other business being done there, Ronaldo, that's exactly what the Falcons did. Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot, I think, wanted to combine for a day and then flew right back to the A.
Yeah, they got stuff to do. Like, all right, we get what we get. Like, the pro days are going to be where a lot of folks are going to kind of want to see what they're made of and, physically. But like you said, Dane, like the interview process, going to the whiteboard, can you draw out this play that it can work in my system? Does that work? Or how in questions that's not crazy personal, but questions that are good enough to like understand that person's mentality or just personality. Can that fit in the locker room? You don't know. Like, you don't know until you talk to that person, like you said. Like, so it works in favor of doing stuff like that. And that's why Caleb, I think that's what Caleb was there, right? He was doing it to talk.
Yeah.
Caleb was at the combine. He just didn't do anything.
Yeah, he was there. I mean, the comments got it right there. I mean, the ceiling might be higher, but shoot, we can say the ceiling's just as high, if not higher, for like a Joe Milton or hell, what's Jordan Travis going to look like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's again. I just he's supposed to be cleared by April. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm saying he interviewed. He did everything. He measured in, interviewed. But yeah, like I said, that leg is still the question. That's a good one, Dane.
There's a couple like Jordan.
Some people still think he's going to get drafted too. Some people still think he's going to get drafted.
He'll probably get drafted
in April. So,
he'll
get drafted.
Just like freaking dude from Notre Dame that was at Wake Forest before, Sam Hartman.
Oh, Mr. QB1 on the lights.
Hartman's another dude that you can probably pick up in the 4th round, and he's going to push some of these dudes for a starting job. If you look at a scenario for him is like a Denver. What's Denver left with? Jarrett Stidham? Like,
they love that man.
Shit, I ain't heard that in a minute.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Hell, is Brock Osweiler still on that team?
Jeez.
Brock Roller.
Yeah,
that was a crazy one. Look, I feel like if anything with the quarterback situation, look at the last pick in the draft that we got, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like anybody, all these quarterbacks can work depending on that team because Brock Purdy went to the Super Bowl. So you know what I'm saying? Like it just depends on the team system and how it can play out.
Yeah. Well, it's like who has to blow their load every other year on a quarterback so they can never get anything else because they're always working on a quarterback. Well, it doesn't do anything if you can never get anything else because you're worried about a quarterback. You can never get an offensive line.
Yeah, hold on there, G-Ref. Hey, man, time's out on you, G-Ref, because you said just who's ever just blowing their load. Hold on, this is a family show, man. Chill on that. Chill on that, my boy.
Hold on. The guy says she said. Hold on. He's the main one cursing on there. Talking about Mr. Family Show.
Hey, that was a good line that he did. That was a good line.
Hey, you know how it goes, brother. You know how it goes, brother.
Y'all stupid.
I give a goddamn. But
that was a really good line.
I'm just fucking with D-Ref. I think this is me and Dane's first time being on live together, so I'm just fucking with him, man. You know, I gotta fuck with everybody. I didn't fuck with y'all before. Jeez.
Pause.
There it is. That's what I like. Gotta get that.
You know,
good old Georgia Southern with all them goddamn. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
So we're going into the grade area.
I don't want to get canceled.
Hold on, y'all. Just my comments, man. I take it that De Niro is not a fan of Bo Nix.
Nah.
But Bo Nix, man, all the comments, bro. You do not like that man, bro. That is hilarious. Bo Nix.
For sure.
That's crazy, right?
Oh man, good times.
Good times. But yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I said, we also saw some other things though. So other fun things happened at the combine. We saw that Xavier Worthy set the combine record.
Yeah, I was just about to say
fast.
Yes.
Black
That's
fast
facts.
with
You wouldn't know.
dreads. Black
Who was
fast with
that? Who was that
dreads.
offensive lineman that was
I
on?
bet Dame wish he had some dreads and a little darker.
They don't allow that for referees.
Yeah. Oh, that's for real? No, for real though. Y'all can't have dreads. Refs can have dreads.
Of course we can. But how many dudes you seen on TV with dreads?
I haven't seen none, but I'm asking you. You the ref? Shit.
Hey, there's a lot.
Can y'all have dreads for real?
You can. It's
can?
gonna be. It's gonna be.
How far can they be to like your shoulders or shit?
Not. Honestly, if you're trying to move up, you won't. It's just like visible tattoos. If you have visible tattoos, or you have a tattoo on your forearm, you better get that cover up, because that stuff, it'll prevent you from moving up. It's still an old boys club, and it just straight up is.
That's crazy.
Preach on, brother. Preach on.
That's crazy, right there.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's 2024 and we still got the good old boys on basketball refs. What?
Are you really surprised, T? Are you honestly surprised about this?
I'm not surprised at all. But Dane, where do you coach? Where do you ref at? What games do you ref?
So I ref high school and college. I ref JUCO, D3, little D2, and I've done some D1 scrimmages. I've never gotten a D1 game.
Okay. So in that D1 scrimmage, I'm gonna slip into my interview person now. In that D1 scrimmage.
Yep.
And I want you to think about your first D1 scrimmage. Okay. So where did you get the most flack from? And I'm talking about, like, when I say flack, I want you to think about who you got yelled at from the most. Was it from the fans and the people in the audience, or was it from the coaches on either teams?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, the scrimmages that I've had at the D1 level, they weren't full stadiums or anything like that. But it's honestly, you're always getting yelled at from the fans because they don't know the rules and they don't know what's going on. As you move up, one of the biggest things that you get, coaches are $1 million fucking coaches, right? So they're coaching for their jobs, and that is their job for real. So the comments that they come with, they mean it, and it's a different level of what you get. So I would say that the conversations that you have at the D1 level, and as you move up, from JUCO to D1, that's the difference, right? And it's the level of knowledge from the coaches and what you're getting. I mean, you got a guy, one of their assistants or one of their analysts, who's got a whole set of notes about referees, about tendencies, all these sorts of things that they're talking about, and they're putting it in the ear. And if you've got really good high school programs, they do that stuff too. I have high school programs in Texas that I've worked that they do their homework, that they know that they haven't seen me before. So their coach will come over and spend time with me during warmups and talk to me and introduce themselves because they want to chat, because they don't know me.
They want to chat.
Yeah.
They want to chat. Oh yeah. They want to chat. All right.
Where they put that?
Never seen this motherfucker. Oh, light skinned ass motherfucker. We ain't never seen this motherfucker before. Hey man. Hey, don't take that the wrong way. I love it, man. I love it.
Hey, just because I'm light, don't think I'm sensitive.
I love it, man. Just saying. Just gotta represent a couple more days for Black History, because light skin ain't Black History. But anyway, I'm just saying, man.
Y'all the reason why we got the shortest damn month of the year anyway.
Hey,
Damn.
Well,
hey, we was out there. Shit,
Perfect.
they might want to stray on that one, man.
Hey, goddamn, last chance was in the house. You shit. We was out there.
Like, shit, man.
Anyway,
We still here.
Anyway, bruh. So, what I gotta just this is my last question, my last interview question. But we're gonna have an interview session. I'm gonna have an interview session with you when you get a chance.
I thought you actually.
What
Who did your interview the
is-
first time you got here, Dane? My fault, T. I actually thought T did interview Dane.
No, I haven't interviewed Dane.
He wasn't on.
He wasn't on. Oh.
Yeah.
I wasn't on that time. You know, just crazy
First few times.
motherfucking soldiers. But anyway, Dane, I got one question. If
you
you
got?
could tell us right now, from all of the ref experiences that you've had, what has been your wildest one? What has been your wildest one? You went home and been like, what the hell? What the hell going on? I'm just a ref. I'm just calling the game. What is your wildest ref experience that you have?
You know, they're all
Think
different.
about it, man. Hey, man, be cool. Be cool. Think about it. Because we want some real shit.
You know, I would say that all of them are different, and I've had a lot of different times. I've been walked out at the end of the night by security, by police officers, and gotten me a nice little escort. But I would say one of the wildest times was after a state playoff game, high school game, and we had the game administrator, right? He's a principal, and he came into the locker room and wanted to talk to us, and he comes in yelling after the game on some knowledge that he had no idea what was going on. And he's just making up stuff, has no idea. It's the thing I'll tell you about referees, 99.8% of the time, don't care anything about who wins a game. Really don't. And that's fact.
I feel you on that. That's interesting. You said that.
Again, y'all treat y'all with respect, peoples.
Yeah, you got
I think
to.
that was definitely the main thing I called for the last time, at least the first time you've been on the show, Dane, and you gave us your experience, man. It's like, hey, y'all again, we as fans, you know, can always say you know whatever we can, but at the end of the day, man, y'all just doing y'all's job, man. Again, I said that is what it is at the end of the day. You're trying to make this scratch just like everybody else. So as always, man, salute, and hopefully no more wild stories for you, man. The next time you come on, man.
He gonna have some wild stories. He gonna have to shoot him.
Smooth as eggs, and
He gonna have to shoot him motherfucking next time. Hey, man. Shout out to B. Willingham, the co-founder. Hey, man, what you got cooking, brother, on this wrestling?
Whew. Man, first thing y'all need to do before we start this next topic, y'all need to acknowledge the founder of the First Rounders.
That's rightfully so. You have to do that.
That was good.
If you know, you know.
Go in and type it in the chat.
Well, there it is.
And, where's our
Don't forget family show, y'all. Family show.
Right. So, yeah, this can't be on YouTube Kids now.
Ah, yeah. Fuck
But
it
yeah.
up.
But
Hey,
yeah,
man, love
tag.
you, bro. Love
just
you,
like
bro.
yeah,
Love you, B. Willingham. I love you, man.
love y'all too.
You know, shit.
acknowledging. He's acknowledging.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, we did acknowledge you, but don't get sentimental, man. Shit.
That is
Yeah.
true. So,
But my brother, out of all three of y'all motherfuckers, that's my boy, Reggie, right there. That's my boy. We was deep in the trenches in Sylvania. We was deep in the trenches, bro.
yes.
When a motherfucker didn't want to come hang out with us, hey, we was deep in the trenches getting food, and hey, we was good for 2-3 days.
Almost
was
like
good for 2-3 days instead of pounds. Boy.
y'all was tight. Y'all was tight
Reggie,
like
tell him, Reggie.
Man, like I said, again, bro, I would, man, but again, bro, that's a whole nother podcast, dogs. That's a whole nother podcast out here, man.
Yes, we got to slide off.
yes, y'all just like
slide off. That's another hour on the shit.
Y'all just like that's just like the bloodline, ain't you? So, and bloodline is cooking.
It ain't the bloodline. It's just a line, and we gonna be true to that line, and we ain't switching off. Like we ain't switching off. Like me and Reggie, all the way to the end, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter. Me and Reggie all the way to the end. He didn't met my family. I done met his family, bro. Me and the real Reggie, all the way to the end. For sure.
Respect. But yeah, things is like heating up in wrestling right now, in the WWE. Almost WrestleMania season, basically the Super Bowl of wrestling. So, dang, Rock and Roman Reigns, they put on was it Ronaldo like a 45-minute promo?
45-minute promo.
45-minute promo. Push it.
45 minutes, yeah, not 45 minutes straight, obviously, but there was a commercial break though, yeah, but the entire segment in total, yeah.
Oh, they was cooking.
And don't forget though. Again, let's set this table right. Don't forget, it began earlier in the week when The Rock dropped a 21-minute promo on his Twitter account.
I still didn't check that out, but I heard it was
gold.
It was definitely the best. I must say, of course, it wasn't in a traditional wrestling ring or outside, but still, this was definitely the best promo The Rock has put on in years. And this even going back to when he was active. This might have been his best promo. I think one of the reasons for it is because this promo actually addressed something that I always thought was the weakest part of the storyline so far. I'm glad they actually explained. Excuse me, y'all. It explained, why Cody basically backtracked off looking like a jackass, 1 week after winning the Royal Rumble and giving up his spot to The Rock. The Rock explained, it was a good explanation, man, because that was the only thing though, because they went like a full 3 weeks without Cody explaining why the hell he changed his mind at that Vegas event. But this promo pretty much gave us an explanation of that, and he basically again shot down Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins keeps getting buried, and he has a heavyweight championship belt. But again, if you've been following it for a while, the creation of that belt was always going to be like that. Again, Roman Reigns calls it the loser bracket belt. It really is. So, Seth Rollins
it has potential to get better. It does. It has potential to get back there. It's I will say, and y'all saw me in the group chat talking about I hated it. I hated the fact that I needed to see Rock versus Roman Reigns. Like, this is what I want. Like, this is what I'm glad he came in and interrupted all this Cody Rhodes talk, and Cody Rhodes wanted this, that, and the third. And I was really mad that they was changing it up. And then, the fans came in, you know what I'm saying? They say, no, we want Cody and Roman Reigns to go against each other. And that created, to be honest with you, they created the heel Rock again. And that was that was one of the favorite things back in the day when we were watching wrestling, what The Rock as a heel would do when he comes out and get on that microphone. And, after, backtrack myself on all right, cool. I'm cool with this after all. All right, let's roll with this because I'm actually way more entertained.
It actually got it to be a better story if we're all telling the truth. Because honestly, it's laying, and not only are they, still finishing the Cody Roman story, they're also organically laying more of a road to a Rock versus Roman Reigns path.
Yeah.
So even in that promo on Friday, you could see Roman Reigns like, yo, this motherfucker really coming in and upstaging. That's why he said
every time he comes out, Roman Reigns has to come to step to the side and watch The Rock cook, and The Rock goes in and he eats the whole promo. So you know Roman was like, and the crazy thing about it is when Roman comes out and he does his talk, everyone like, nobody wants to hear you talk, man. Like, all right, cool, you're the champ, whatever. You like, but you're not talking like The Rock. And he knows that, like, he feels the vibe, like, all right, I'm doing this promo, y'all not really excited for me no more like I used to. And he built off that. He's like, look, y'all need to acknowledge me. Like, I don't care. Like, if you don't acknowledge me, I'm getting on this plane and we getting out of here. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it works. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for The Rock to come in and consistently to kind of eat it up, and for Roman to come in at that last part of the promo, like, nah, Rock, you need to acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me, yep.
Yeah, like, you Rock. All right, cool. You had a nice little promo. You talk, and he did talk some good shit to the good folks in Arizona. But he's acknowledge me too. and you know, it works, man. Like, this is working. This is working in his favor, and it's going to be a very great 2-night event for WrestleMania because he set it up. Like, all right, we got the tag team match going on. Me and Roman Reigns against you and Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Winner.
Something that was teased. Something that was teased at that Las Vegas event too, because people were speculating.
Yeah,
we're speculating about that.
And it works itself out, man. And then, you know, it's gonna be good, man. I feel like it's gonna be a good WrestleMania that we're gonna need, like, that's haven't been seen in a while. Because again, I'm a Rock fan, man. Like, The Rock is just that dude on the mic, and him just giving that promos in, and he's back in form. So I love it.
Yeah, that would be like I said, Rock ain't even got to wrestle. He can just talk on the mic the whole time. Yeah,
so, and it works.
It does.
$1,000 suits. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the Versace, the cut off Versace shirts.
The Versace.
Versace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Right. I'm glad it's building up. All that to say is, like, the beginning topic of it is, like, wrestling is good. Well, for me, wrestling is, like, really top tier again. Like, I eventually climbed back into it. Like, I laid off it for a while, and I'm glad hardcore, like, wrestling fans like you, Reggie, that kept the Armbar Chronicles on, and, you know, to continue with the wrestling, watching, you know what I'm saying, and keeping what's been going on throughout the series after the Attitude Era ended for me. And it's cool to see, you know, the
progression. But you know, that's the funny thing you mentioned that, Ronaldo, because, man, I can even speak for, you know, Meat and Meat and Smuff, man. We weren't really paying attention to the product like that. That's really one of the reasons we already haven't seen the armbar pop off, man. I mean, y'all know, man, that there was years when the product was just, you know, just shit. And we just and not only that, man. I mean, you can't. Again, there's a whole bunch of wrestling each week, and you know, the fact. Like I said, again, try to indulge me for a little bit, y'all. But, you know, between 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of Dynamite, 2 hours of Collision that I don't even watch, and 2 hours of SmackDown, that's a whole bunch of wrestling that I refuse to keep up with. I just couldn't do it. And even when it was just Raw and SmackDown, you know, again, I cannot tell you the last time I sat through an entire 3 hour Raw.
I had to I got to record on YouTube TV, and I just fast forward some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to, man. Like I said, you just can't. Again, you already know how much you know we love movies. You know, Ronaldo, man. Even in a movie that you enjoy thoroughly, it's tough sitting through damn near 3 hours of any type of, you know, entertainment like that. So, and especially
I would say if you ask me at 18. Hell yeah, I go through this gym. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we older now. We got families. Shit, 9 o'clock is rough. You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock is rough. It's like, all right, cool. You know, like we can do it and make it happen. But, you know, I have to do a little extra stuff here and there just to keep myself up a little bit. So, you know, yeah, it gets to times where, you know, you got to start divvying up your time more too. Because, you know, back then we didn't have more to do. Like when wrestling was at its peak, we was in school. We was in middle school. We had to worry about much. We just watched TV. And the next day we went to the class and we talked about what happened on Raw or what happened on SmackDown or not. That was the table talk for it. Yep. Now that we're older, you know, it's kind of more of a different style of how we had to go with it. And so eventually I tailed off from it, from doing, from watching it. Like I used to watch it every Monday, every Friday. Like it was not, it was religious. You couldn't,
the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you missed it, you was out. You couldn't, you couldn't talk to your people in school because you missed the episode. You like, fuck. And then, so it's like,
Right.
but now I was like, ooh, let me just catch up and see what's going on. All that to say is that it eventually built back up to me to be like, all right, I'm interested in watching this again. Like, this is good. Like, I'm enjoying wrestling.
And not just the bloodline though, man. Again, we talked about it, in our wrestling group chat, man. I mean, Heel McIntyre is that dude, bro.
It's gold, dog.
Heel McIntyre he absolutely needs to win. Needs to win, the world championship.
Here's what I'm thinking is I'm sorry to cut you off, but here's what I think what's gonna happen with that. I think Judgment Day is gonna cash. They're gonna cash in on a tag team match night one, and probably gonna be fighting Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre is gonna beat Damian Priest. I'm just throwing that up there.
That's interesting
scenario. So,
I wasn't even gonna think like that. I was thinking you was gonna say he was gonna cash in after the Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins match, but
he could possibly do that too. But
I could see that too. And then that you saying it night one is more interesting than him doing it on night two, because like that's like, all right, everybody knows that's what happens when you get the Money in the Bank. Either way, he hasn't cashed that shit in yet. Like, is there like a timetable? Like, does he have to cash in
for a year? He has a year.
The year of the Money in the Bank.
If they're still following the logic, sometimes it's just how they book. So
yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Really can't tell you. So Hill McIntyre is good. Like I said, we'll definitely talk more about that. But I think we're definitely skipping ahead some weeks. We'll definitely give y'all some more of this good, WrestleMania, good WrestleMania talk coming up exclusively. And again, we might have a few surprises on for that show, man. Like I said,
we might need to.
Yep, I'm definitely not going to try to overpromise anything, but we all got some surprises for y'all, man. We definitely gonna work on that some more, man. But it's just all to say, that again, like I said, Hill McIntyre, so Rhea Ripley, aka Mommy. There's a whole bunch of things to like your wrestling right now, man. So
women's wrestling has been so good.
Women's wrestling is about better. It's just as good as men's. If not,
I'm glad the perception, because back in the day when we were watching, women's was the divas, and it was like more of the raunchy stuff, and they were doing bra and pants matches.
This man's nasty ass.
Yeah, I said he was living that real life. That's a real life gimmick he was doing.
Man, and to go back and look at it now as an adult, looking at it like, damn, we was watching some wild stuff. Like, okay, so it's like, and the story behind it is even wilder. So it's good to see the more legitimacy of women's wrestling now.
Right,
is up there, because like, damn, like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see what Rhea is gonna do.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Io Sky and the Bayley match is gonna be good, because I kind of want that title to get like more too. So it should be interesting to see how that works. It's good to have both of them equal. It's not like how one is seen lesser than the other. Sometimes the Elimination Chamber, the main event was the Rhea Ripley match, and that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Ripley and Nia Jax, and that was like, that was the main event. So that's good to have that.
And you know what's crazy? They ain't even got that, like having them like doing like bra and panties and stuff, because they can wrestle. And I mean, they got. I'm gonna say this: they got the looks too. That I know some men will see. I'm just trying to this, so I'm gonna go to. So I won't be in the doghouse,
moves can be made when you
so man, Scott ain't watching this, dog. So and plus, man, we like a minute. We're like an hour, 4 minutes in, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I mean, they ain't got to like expose themselves. Women got to show their bodies and stuff.
You don't have to do no raunchy ass match for whatever reason.
And them girls can hella wrestle. Like, it ain't like one or two of them can wrestle. It's like all of them can wrestle. Hell, even what's the girl name? Hell, even not Alexa Bliss, but what the other girl name? She won the Money in the Bank.
Oh
gosh, what is her name? Liv Morgan. She can go in the ring too at times.
Yeah, they're all like
we ain't got nothing like no eye can and nothing.
Oh yeah, Liv Morgan nice.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. No. Oh, it's Tiffany Stratton now.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, nah, she got next.
She got next.
She got next.
She got next.
Yeah, she was the MVP. Yeah, she was the MVP of the women's elimination chamber.
Oh yeah.
I hate that Naomi's kind of have to do the jobs now to get them over, but you know, I'm glad Naomi's back into it. The women's Royal Rumble was the best. Like I like the women's Royal Rumble over the men's Royal.
Oh yeah, way better.
It was just like the women got something to say now, and they're so dope that they can be in this position to kind of like we can do some main events too. Like we in there to win it, so you know, then that's more power to them. That's just makes it more better for me to watch wrestling.
And I'm glad you mentioned Naomi. Like you saying, using her as a jobber, she's a real good jobber. I mean,
she is. I wanted to, you know, I kind of wanted to be, you know, eventually kind of get her wins in, but you know, she's helping it.
With all the talent the women got, they can actually make. I don't know if this is ever gonna happen. They can make a little mid card for them eventually. If they get like more, if they can get like more women wrestlers in there that's doing that thing. Just get men as the men's, and they probably could do that in the like a women's intercontinental title. You never know. So,
yeah, let's get it. I hope that's going to be the eventual the end game before, and I can see it happening.
Yeah. And me personally, I would love to see another women's pay-per-view event like they did like a couple years ago, Evolution. That'd be dope.
I think that main event at Elimination Chamber was kind of like the test run.
Yeah.
Like, cool. We can see this happening. Triple H is gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him in the creative control now. You know
yeah, Vince McMahon would never let that happen unless it was a bra and panties for like a main event.
Yeah, if it was a whole striptease match the whole time.
Him and Jerry King would be like,
I mean, Vince did let it happen one time. Like, again, for stuff like that to happen, folks actually need to tune in. That's the thing about it, though.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't seen the Evolution again. I don't think Evolution did numbers like that, man. So Evolution need to do numbers.
Yeah, it was a good pay-per-view event, really. But I mean, I think Vince had his hands in the cookie jar at that time too. But
bro, like I said, we watched that. That's what we were watching back in the day, man. We had a Trish Stratus versus Kelly match, and they were just stripping themselves down.
Kelly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the stripping match. Like, oh, cool.
And the bad thing about that is though, and even back then, you know, of course we remember the times, you know, the times where Trish got sexy, and we can all appreciate it. But Trish was really good again.
Trish and Lita was good,
bro. I think the best outside of Trish and Lita though, but I don't think people realize how good that Trish Mickie James feud was back in the day.
Oh, that was a great feud. Mickie James was
bro. They put on. And that was Mickie James' first feud in the damn E.
Yes.
But that was a story.
They were wrestling. They wasn't wrestling, they were wrestling. They was, you got Jim Ross getting his one-liners on the matches. Like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's a slobber knocker. You know, it was good matches, man. They was hitting, but do you
think Vince McMahon gave that name, the slobber knocker, to let me stop.
No.
That's what got Vince in trouble.
Like I said, man, bro, I will not attach Vince's name to anything that's still good in this business.
That is true.
And JR's one-line is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Look, man,
that's honest.
But yeah, wrestling is good. They got some good talent coming in through NXT as well, and hopefully we can have like a all wrestling episode. I mean. We got WrestleMania. That can be like the week of. Really, that's gonna be like the week of like the March Madness too. So I mean, it's gonna be crazy. So, yeah.
But I think one thing though, man, because again, if y'all don't see, man, besides our boy T, man, I said that Dane is taking himself out of the wrestling talk, out of this good wrestling talk, man. Like I said, that he's definitely waiting backstage though, because we brought him on, for this good college basketball. So we're just gonna put a bow on this wrestling talk for a minute, man, and just let people know, there are other federations out there. One of the bigger ones is AEW, and something big happened to AEW this past Sunday that we definitely need to acknowledge.
Yeah.
Huge.
You already know, Ronaldo. We definitely need to acknowledge, man. And again, we talked about the Monday Night Wars, and the Monday Night Wars couldn't have been what they were had it not been for the man named Sting, who finally called it a career at AEW Revolution this past Sunday.
It's Sting.
It's Sting. Shout out Shabani. It's Sting.
That was the comparison of Jim Ross and Triple H to him and Sting.
Yeah.
That's how they was.
Yeah. But I will say this about I'm gonna say this one thing about Vince McMahon. If Vince McMahon was still running WWE like it is right now, AEW probably be cooking a whole lot more too. That's just me. But now they just like,
I don't.
Yeah.
You don't know.
No. The reason I say that, man, because again, a lot of the AEW troubles, I think is just attuned, you know, to AEW. AEW is just, you know, again, the in-ring talent. I mean, it's clear that they're both alternatives, man. You know, of course, WWE Sports Entertainment. AEW's focus more on, you know, on the in-ring things though, and a lot of times the stories, you know, just get tossed to the side. Unfortunately, a lot of things just happen because you know, it just happens because it just does it though, man. But now, especially, I actually listen to a post Dynamite podcast, and they pretty much said something, you know, that I agree with, man. At least it's trending that way. Because a lot of people have said that AEW Revolution was like AEW's best pay-per-view in a long time. So
really?
Yeah. So with Revolution, I actually hate that I didn't see it before the show. You know, that's great podcasting on my part. But
I got to find a plug to watch it.
There you go. For anybody who wants to, man, just holler at us in the, you know, comment section for anybody that can help us with that. But anyway, with, you know, AEW Revolution going on, Okada has now just signed with AEW this past week, you know, yesterday in fact. And not only that, we got the artist formerly known as Sasha Banks, currently Mercedes Moné, expected to debut next week AEW Dynamite. And AEW just recently, you know, had a you know, another brand, you know, a brand reset, so to speak, man. They had a whole new set, whole new color, whole new music and everything. It looks like they're actually going in the direction in which, you know, things actually make sense. That they're giving promo packages to matches. They're actually, you know, giving a reason for all these, you know, guys and gals, you know, to you know, engage in this good wrestling. So. And it's especially with other guys like, you know, Swerve Strickland cooking right now. You know, this seems like a company that's on another, at least, you know, going in a direction that makes sense. So again, we just have to see if Tony Khan can keep it going though. But that's pretty much my spiel about, you know, what's been happening with AEW right now. And like you said, man, yeah, if Vince was still head of WWE, then yeah, like I said, we definitely would have had. We would have had Rock and Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania. There wouldn't have been a you know, there would have been, you know, a course correction from you know, what we saw in January. So
right,
that's pretty much Vince. Yeah, that's Vince ass shit.
Yeah,
for you.
Amen.
But again, back to, you know, just back to Sting. You know, again, this dude. I think some of us were too young for like the Cuff Last Sting, you know, the Sting with the wild, crazy face paint. That was like early 90s Sting. Still a very good version of Sting, you know, Sting that always battled Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. Mm-hmm. That was definitely one of the bigger ones, though. But I think most of us remember Sting when he became the Crow.
Yep.
After he told WWE to stick it. Not WWE, WCW fans to stick it because they thought he was going to join, you know, the NWO.
Which he ended up joining.
Exactly. He still ended up joining.
It's like everybody joined the NWO except Ric Flair, I think.
Pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah. That's you know, NWO storyline, you know, just went, it was.
Yeah, it was going in, and it was becoming a caricature at that point.
Oh, absolutely though, man. And honestly, if I think that was probably one of the main things, you know. Again, put a pin in what I'm about to say, y'all. 1997 Starrcade, and I'll definitely tell y'all the significance of 97 Starrcade when we get close to WrestleMania.
All right.
But for right now, though, like I said, Sting was the baby face during the time when the NWO was absolutely cooking. He was the guy everybody who saw that, can he save WCW? It wasn't Lex Luger, it wasn't the Giant, it was the man called Sting.
Yeah. And he was on some Batman shit, right? He was on that, he was on like when they looked for Sting, they looked to the rafters. That's how crazy it got. It wasn't they were looking in the back or they wasn't looking in the crowd. They were looking in the fucking roof. Like they were waiting for him to fly down because he was Batman to do something. And he had a bat in his hand. So you were literally Batman doing like some wild stuff, man. It was awesome the way he was doing that. Being in that mist and the darkness and stuff, man. So
my man had a bat in one hand and a big ass vulture in another one. The man looked like Vicious from damn Cowboy Bebop, bro.
And the ultimate dream, man, was if this could have happened, we would have seen Sting versus the Undertaker. Like that would have been like the you can start wrestling now. That's it. Because you had the two peak right there. Like boom.
The prime.
But,
prime.
It was good. It was good to see. It was good to see Sting get his send off. I saw a lot of the videos. His two sons coming out doing the different eras of Sting, and him out to celebrate where he was at, man. So it was good for them to have that. It was awesome.
Yep, and Sting gave his retirement speech right after the end of Revolution. I think it's on AEW. It should be on AEW's YouTube page.
I think it is. I might check that out too.
Yeah, definitely, man. It was definitely, it was great. And again, this is a guy, and it's funny because not many people have him. Because I heard this on a wrestling podcast, and it made me think. And it's like, not many people have them on their wrestling Mount Rushmore, but still, the impact that he had, though, again, just not he had a 40-year career.
Yeah.
He had a 40-year career and still stayed relevant, man. Even during the short term that he was, in WWE, which he should have beat Triple H at that damn WrestleMania, bro. The Triple H brought out burial Triple H. When the man brings out the sledgehammer, y'all know what time it is. It's time to bury your ass, man. And the man brings out the sledgehammer, though, man. But even then, man, and again, his impact on the sport, again, his role in WCW beating Raw for 83 straight weeks, and this just again, like I said, he was integral in the most important era that the sport has ever seen. That was the Monday Night Wars, and again, we tuned in to see how many dude Sting was about to bust over the head with a baseball bat. That's just what we did.
Right. Yep.
And he had an incredible theme song. Like his theme song was one of the top. You know what I'm saying? His theme song, when it comes on, you felt it. You're like, oh shit, let's go. Like
had the narration at the beginning, man. It was like on some trailer shit, Ronaldo.
It's so dope. And I still I'm hearing it in my head right now, and I'm still getting like a little bit of goosebumps. I just love that theme song. That theme song was just, it went with that character. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. So yeah, and process thing, man. He was a dude.
Yeah, salute Sting.
Yes, he was.
And quick RIP to Virgil, man.
Shit, I forgot about it. Yeah, definitely RIP to Virgil, man.
He was RIP to Virgil, RIP to Ole Anderson, one of the original members of the Horsemen, and RIP to Butcher Vachon. If y'all know what that is, that's Louis Vachon's stepdad.
Man. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say that name sound familiar.
They were both wild. They were both wild. Luna Vachon and Butch, man, they were both wild.
Luna Vachon, bro.
They was wild. That was Monday Night Raw too. Like if you thought about Monday Night Raw, like she was the face of that too, because it was that raunchy late night. Because Silk Stockings came on right after that on USA. That was that late night.
Oh man,
that's how Luna Vachon was that face. That makes sense.
Y'all crazy, man.
Yeah. The program that her and Dustin Reynolds had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, the freaks come out at night.
Yes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit about wrestling and stuff like that. A little too much, but it's time to talk about some college basketball. And this is the main reason why Dane is here right now. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So, I mean, first thing, let's just talk about the ACC right now. It just seems like only two teams that's actually relevant, and that's Duke and UNC. I mean, what you think about that, Dane? Like if it was for Duke and UNC, ACC would probably be like the Western Coast Conference or
The WAC.
The WAC, yes.
It's tough right now. I mean, to see the fall off that Miami had.
They had injuries. Injuries killed them. But,
it's tough, right? Because it's not like the ACC's. We haven't really been deep in a while in the ACC, but to see it come down to just two teams, and I'll be the first one to admit I'm biased because I'm a Duke fan, but outside of that, it ain't even that strong. It's not like either are running away with it. If you look at the conference losses that both Duke and UNC have, you scratch your head at them and you look back at those games and you go,
yeah,
why? So it's tough. It's been a tough year for the ACC, and to watch the Big 12 continue to shine. And now looking at the SEC with Texas making a move, does that really affect the SEC? Probably.
Right.
Oklahoma, not for basketball.
No.
It's like the Big 12 is going to continue to push. You got Houston now in the Big 12 that's like, welcome to the frickin' party, and they come out with at least a share of the regular season Big 12 title right off the bat.
Yeah, so that's crazy too.
I feel bad for the ACC. I don't feel good about where we're at.
Me either
right now at all.
But the women's are doing fine. Cause I looked at they predicted Bracketology. They got 9 teams in there. That's crazy. And Duke and UNC, they're not even like the top 4 teams in that conference. It's like Virginia Tech and I think NC State and some other team. But yeah, it is just crazy, man. How times has changed. Like back we could have probably about 8 or 9 teams from the ACC get in, and now we're looking probably about 3 to 4. But I'm not surprised if Virginia loses to Georgia Tech. And since then Wake Forest, ever since that the fans storming the court, they've been 0-3 since. And they just lost to Georgia Tech.
So that game looks even that Duke that's another one that just makes that Duke loss that much worse, right?
Right.
But it's tough. I mean, like, where's Syracuse at?
Yeah, Syracuse actually got better in the middle of the season.
They did, but it's like, shoot, there's still a couple of games over 500 in the conference, barely hanging on. Like, that's one that you historically would expect to be a lot closer to the top.
Right.
And it's tough. It's tough.
It is.
I don't. There's nobody coming out of the ACC outside of Duke and Carolina that's making much noise. Carolina, I mean, Virginia, they're going to screw with some people just because they're being quiet, right? I mean, they're going to play defense. they're going to hold you to 55, 60 points in a game, your lowest of the year. And if they shoot, maybe they got a shot, but shoot, they're really not that good.
They're not good at all to me. They just got good defense, and that's about it. I mean,
I'm the least excited about the ACC tournament this year that I've been in. I don't remember how long.
Damn,
it's not good at all. So,
what do y'all feel is the reasons behind that? Like, is it coaching? Like, is it money?
That is money. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the ACC is getting hit bad with NIL money, right? Because there's too many of these other schools that it's too sexy to go to Kansas versus what you can get at Syracuse now, right? Or one of these other schools where before it was the stature, right? But until donors start coming off of those checks for basketball at some of these schools like they do for football, it's not going to be the same. I mean, I think you see that even with Kentucky, right? And when you look at like on the SEC side, when you look at the players that Kentucky used to be able to get because it was okay because they do one and done. Well, shoot, now everybody will pay you to do that. So you don't have to go to Kentucky, right? And so I feel like you start to see that drop off, and you look at the schools that aren't as competitive now that used to at least give you a run for your money, like Florida State in basketball. Am I going to go to basketball at Florida State when I can go make some money at USC, even UCLA, go sit on the beach? Like,
that's temptation right there.
They're not coming off the cash for that. They're really.
But Dave, but you mentioned about the NIL game, even the ACC. I think ironic you said that because I think that was one of the reasons why Miami got to such a squad last year. But like you said, but the fall off from 23 to 24 is like, I said, did the checks dry up?
And I blame injuries for that. Nigel Pack, I think, I don't know if he played lately, but he was out one game, and I think that O'Meara guy, I think wasn't he out when they played Duke? Dang.
Yeah.
Like
they're not even close. I mean, I was looking earlier. They lost to Virginia, and they didn't even put up 40 points, right? And we know that's what Virginia plays, but with the way that Larinaga always had those guys running, shoot, he used to run a deep bench, right? When everybody else was only playing 8 guys, 9 guys, Larinaga ran 12, 13 guys, and he went deep. And to not even have a bench, I mean, they've lost I think they might be coming up on double digits in a row that they've lost, Miami.
Yeah, they've lost. I know they might have lost at least 9 straight. But like I said, with Jim Larinaga, I think it makes me wonder: is he gonna retire after this season?
Yeah,
the same for Leonard Hamilton because they're not spring chickens at all.
Yeah, I would think.
I heard Leonard's coming back.
Oh, he is.
I heard that more than I heard that. I haven't really heard anything, about Leonard, leaving or being fired. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah,
I would expect Larinaga to retire after this year. Leonard, probably not. I mean, they're close. They're a game out of 500 in the conference. He'll probably give it another go. I mean, you even look at some of his assistants that have moved on, like CY, who used to be at Southern.
Yep.
Who was his top assistant for a while.
Speaking of CY, man, I think my brother was down there. He used to be he used to live right next door to him or something. But yeah, sorry I got off a track, but yeah. But yeah, CY is at he's at
Missouri.
Missouri, and Missouri's not looking good either. But they're SEC team.
I mean, you can be mediocre and be in the SEC and still have a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, he's at I think this is his second year, but he's associate head coach at Missouri.
Yeah.
But CY is also, as far as, I mean, he's still somewhat young as far as basketball coaches go.
Yeah.
He's still got a chance. And honestly, when Hamilton does retire in the next couple of years, I would expect that they give him a shot and they bring him in. He was there for almost 10 years.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking with I think that's why I was shocked that he left Missouri, because I thought he'd probably be the next person in line to get that job from Florida State would be CY.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens when he leaves, when Hamilton leaves. They got to give him a shot. They got to at least give him a call.
Yeah, I mean, they probably will. Yeah. Speaking of talking to some of these ACC teams, what about Louisville? I've been hearing their coaches. It's probably his days are numbered right now. The Louisville coach.
Yeah. He's probably done. they're last in the ACC. I'd expect them to move on this year.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they pull out, if he can get 2 ACC tournament wins, he can stay. Otherwise, he's gone.
Hey, you never know. He might pull Dennis Felton UGA back in 2008 when they because he was about to get fired and they ended up winning the ACC championship game.
I mean, honestly, this is the year to do it. When you look at it, and you look at what the bracket, we still got to go through this weekend to finalize the bracket because there's still a couple of games that matter. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Sidebar, just like I couldn't be too surprised when Georgia Southern men's basketball somehow got a win today in the first round of the Sun Belt.
Bro, they have like the second half of the season. They actually been playing pretty decent. I just don't know what the hell happened in the beginning. They started like 0-14 or so.
I mean, new coach, transition. It's a transition year. It was supposed to be bad, but shoot, there were a couple of them gimme games at the beginning of the year that we lost.
Yeah,
lose gimme games.
That is true. Definitely can't do that. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna talk to you about, I guess let's talk about ACC, Wake Forest. They just blowing their damn chance to make it to the NCAA tournament. I think they actually might need to just either go to the ACC championship game or just win it entirely to win it all to make the tournament.
Yeah, I mean they can't get out of their own way at this point. Wake's got to make a run. They got to make a deep run because they're not even getting a bye. They won't be one of the top 4 teams to get a bye. So they got to do something in the ACC tournament. They might have to knock off. At this point, they might have to knock off one of the top 3 to even get some serious consideration.
Yeah. No, I know the top 2 would be a quad 1, but I guess it'll be a quad 1 win. That'll definitely help them out. But
yeah, I think I looked earlier. Lenardi has Wake right now as a last 4 in, but with the teams that he's got sitting outside looking in, there's a couple of them that I feel like can make some noise in their tournaments and knock Wake out of that line because shoot, he had Virginia as a last 4 in.
Yeah, I can see that.
And shoot, if St. John's, who was first 4 out, or Providence, if they do anything,
I forgot about St. John's.
If either one of them, I mean, St. John's picked up a quad 1 win. I mean, if either of those do anything, that's a quick knockout for Wake or for Virginia.
Right, that is true.
First 4 out, just because of one of them losing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I can just say this: at least 3 teams in the ACC, they should be in. It's UNC, Duke, and Clemson. Like about the other teams, I don't know. Just got to put a question mark on them and just see.
I don't even know if Clemson's a guarantee anymore.
Yeah, I don't either.
I liked Clemson being in up until a couple of weeks ago. I mean, Clemson, they're right there. I mean, I think they're in right now. They're not in that last 4, but I mean, I wouldn't mess around and lose in the second round because they'll get a pass.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't come in and lose. That's for sure.
Yeah.
ACC tournament.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think Duke and UNC is the only teams that can really lose in the ACC tournament. Everybody else actually has to win. So, but
yeah. It'll be interesting, and obviously the game Saturday still matters. Duke screwed up, and they don't control their own destiny now.
Yeah.
After the other night, but what can you do?
Yeah, I guess since we talking about the UNC Duke game, I'm gonna go into this, get my prediction. I think I don't think UNC is gonna do the sweep. I think as much as I want UNC to win, but I think Duke is gonna win just because they're at Cameron Indoor Stadium, and I think they already clinched part of the ACC regular season championship And they just beat the crap out of Notre Dame. So
I mean, Duke's coming in feeling good about being at home for sure. So I like being at home for the game. Already lost the first one. It's such a toss up. Even just looking at where this game ends up every year, I don't feel good either way. At this point. I like the home team in this series 9 out of 10 times.
yeah.
Like, you can go back to maybe 3-4 years ago, and when UNC was really down.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I'm a bet the home team in this series.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it should be a good. It should be a good game. I mean, I guess Duke UNC is one of the greatest rivalries of college basketball, and I think any other sport that's just me. So, but
You know, I was having this conversation the other night with a friend of mine, and we were talking about better rivalry: Duke UNC basketball or Ohio State Michigan football.
nah, that Duke UNC hit different. I'm sorry,
And I agree, right?
it hits different.
There's something about the close knit of it. It's not. We don't have many lopsided games, even when they should be. They're not. You get up for that
Right.
game. You haven't slapped the floor all year, and all of a sudden Duke's playing defense, slapping the floor, and getting ready to go for that game. Right? It's like, lose every game you want to all year. Don't lose that one.
Yeah, that's true. It's like UNC can have be having like a down year. They bring that A game when they play against Duke. So
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, UNC's got the edge in the paint when it comes to Baycott. I mean, if that dude gets 15 boards, it's game over because Duke's got to shoot. If they're not hitting, if they're not getting hot, like Filipowski's not trying to go in and bang with Baycott.
yeah,
It's
so
not
gonna be out there shooting threes.
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly, I compare his game to like a Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh yeah,
He can play a little defense when he needs to, or when he gets pissed off because he's not doing something on the offensive end. But
yeah,
like, he's not really going to get inside and hurt you.
yeah. I think like the 3-point is gonna be the factor. Cause I know Duke is I think they got the highest percentage in the ACC.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think the UNC's defense, I forgot, it might be like maybe top 4 or so, but I think that's going to be a big factor of the game. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. I think if you look at UNC rebounds and Duke, I would just say overall shooting percentage. That's where you're gonna go.
Yeah, it's definitely good for the conference. You know, when we got 2 teams like keeping the conference relevant again. So
they're both still in the top 10. I mean, you got Duke at 9, UNC at 7.
Yeah,
so it's staying there, right? So they're not going to let you forget about the ACC. But shoot, if you're looking around, you got to do something if you're the rest of the league. Especially with that Duke recruiting class for next year.
Oh yeah,
just picked up another big.
I already said that dude Cooper Flag. That dude
Flag is good, and then had another big signing this week. And that class, there was one other kid that they had signed before too. Duke recruiting class for next year it's it.
Yeah.
But it's college basketball now, right? So we also got to see who comes back and whatnot.
Right. And I don't know. I like getting these recruits, but they just stay like a year. I don't know. You just can't build a team with like one and done players, or if not, they're in the transfer protocol.
Well, I mean, it was one thing before when you could get at least 2, maybe 3 years out of a guy, but now when you're only getting 1. What are you going to do? I mean, even if you look at like a Jeremy Roach who's stuck around, good, not great. Like, he's a good locker room leader, but like that's not who you needed to hang around. I mean, if you look at it's crazy to go back and look at the guys that could have played together but didn't because they left and went on to the league, and the squads that could have been. It's tough.
Yeah, I agree on that, because I know UNC had some good, some one and done play that really could have stayed and could have made a difference.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I know, like I said, they found out they guaranteed first round draft pick. I mean, I probably would do the same too.
Well, we already talked about what we do for $89 million, but I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a lot of things I'd do for $10 million too. So
right,
if you got some guaranteed money and you're gonna be a first rounder,
right,
a second rounder, early second rounder who maybe could get to the end of the first, I'm not mad at you, but of course I'd rather you stay in college. Give me another year, but I get it.
Right, exactly. I mean, then you never know. Some people go to the NBA, they take a pay cut. I'm just saying, you never know.
I mean, you can look at, we talked about women's basketball for a minute there, right? Like,
yep.
There are so many of these stars now that at the women's level, they will take a pay cut right off the bat. I mean, the highest paid WNBA player makes like $230, I think, a year or something like that.
Hey, it's still good money, right there.
It is.
It's still good money.
It's still good money, but if you're picking up six figures in college,
I mean, I stay in college,
and that's before you talk about endorsements or showing up to events or doing any sort of social media. Shoot, that I hear you, right?
Yeah.
So on that side, it pays to stay. And until we get to a point when it pays to stay on the men's side, which we're not, because revenue is too high in the NBA. It's just what we got to deal with. So guys are either going to have to do better quicker and make impact, or shoot, we're just going to have years like we have this year where there's no telling who's coming out of going to be in Phoenix for the Final Four.
Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah, the NBA draft class this year is so trash. I thought Isaiah Collier was going to be like a top draft pick. He kind of disappointed me.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be one of those years where everybody's trying to trade back.
Yeah, I can see that.
But nobody's going to, because everybody knows there's not a lot out there. And I think that's the difference for the NBA versus like the NFL, right? Like you either have guys that are going to immediately impact and change what you're doing, or you don't. And that's I mean, if you even look at the guys that are at the top of the prospects for the NBA draft this year, they're not even guys that are household names anymore.
It's like somebody from France, I think that's what we know on draft pick. And then that dude that's supposed to went to Texas, Ron Holland, he's supposed to be like at one point he's supposed to be the number one draft pick.
Yeah, I've seen him start to fall off too. I mean, shoot, the dude in Colorado, Williams. Yeah, that dude's a top 10 pick. Has Colorado even been on TV this year? Like, I can't even. I only know, the only reason I know his name was because I was looking earlier at some scouting report stuff for the first round. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to even think about this year. Even there's not even a lot of guys that are coming out of the G League like Holland. Like there's only a couple of guys that are even projected to come out in the first round out of the G League.
Yeah, it's just hard, man. I don't know. It just, like I said, maybe next year.
I'm still excited for March Madness. I'm also I'm Vegas bound for the first round.
Nice.
So I'll be in Vegas watching all the games at once on all the screens, ready to go. Yeah. It'll be a good tournament though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be definitely a good tournament, and I'm probably talking more about that when it's like time for March Madness, like actually tournament bracket. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I guess with that being said, what do you think a team that you think will do some? Well, it can't be Duke, but what do you think is the other team that could do damage in the NCAA tournament?
Shoot, it's definitely not Duke. They're gonna let me down. Yeah. I won't even bet them when I'm in Vegas. I when I came on right before the season started, or we were getting going, I like Tennessee. I still like Tennessee to do some damage, but the one that I don't think is getting enough love and being talked about is Iowa State.
Oh, Iowa State is good. Good defensive team.
Exactly. They play good defense, and they're staying off a lot of people's radars. And it's not. I don't think it's ever going to be a sexy pick or anything like that. And if you didn't go to Iowa State, you're probably not even thinking about them making moves. But I still like Tennessee. I like Iowa State, and my other team that I think I had when we were talking, it was Marquette. I think we were talking about as a sleeper. So I still like Marquette to make a little noise. And I got a hard time writing off Kansas.
I'm
on the downward. McClure's been out. That hurts. KJ Adams, shout out Austin, Texas, prospect, refereed that kid a few times. But like KJ doesn't shoot. You got a starter on the floor who's giving you good minutes on the defensive end who doesn't shoot. And he's getting his points on cleanup and accidents, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think somebody's going to sneak in and surprise, right? Like if I'm a Florida Atlantic, if I'm a Florida Gulf Coast,
Florida Atlantic might do something.
Like one of those type situations, like this is your year to come in and make a little noise and sneak in for sure.
Yeah. Right now I'm thinking I think I'm gonna say like UConn. I think UConn should be, if they got a chance to like do a repeat. I think UConn is definitely good. They play good as a team. They got that point guard dude is good. Then they got the big man. I think his name Donovan Clingan. He's real good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Then they got that boy from he went to Newton County, Stephon Castle, freshman.
That's right.
Good.
I forgot he's from Newton.
Yeah, he went to Newton. That's the scene that dude play. He's actually he's big. He's big. He's like 6'6" or 6'7". He's like a point guard. I'm like,
yeah. He's good for sure. I like him. They're so streaky, right? Like you see them blow some folks out, like no problem, and you're like, let's go. And then it's the same thing with the losses. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
These guys have gotten beat.
Somebody blowed them out like a week or so ago. I want to say it was Marquette. Was it Marquette? Or it might have been Villanova, but yeah. But yeah, like I said, I hate UConn, but I mean, like I said, Tennessee is good. Dalton Connect.
Creighton, that's who it was.
Creighton, yeah.
Yeah, it was that Creighton game. But yeah, Tennessee's good. Like Rick Barnes he coaches well, right? Like, and let's not forget that's a Tennessee squad that did a little damage last year too.
Yes.
And snuck around and they're hanging. So I mean, that's a tough out. We haven't talked about Houston. Houston's
good, but I think they'd probably be Elite 8. I'm just thinking
that Houston's one that it depends on the bracket, right?
Right.
Who do they have to go through? I mean, if they have to go through someone with some serious size, I don't like it.
I say like a team like I might talk about Washington State. Washington State probably got they got the biggest starting five, I think. Maybe like the shortest person on the starting line might be 6'4", 6'5", I think. So
yeah, I mean, a Seton Hall's deep. That's another one who beat UConn. That's another one that they can just don't let them hang around.
Yeah,
and they'll sneak up on you.
That's true. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be fun. Fun times. So but yeah. So right now, I'm thinking maybe UConn will probably will win it all right now. Just saying that, but like I said, you never know. UConn can like maybe lose in the second round. But so
Yeah, because when was our last back-to-back champion?
that's a good question. I was kind of hoping that Reginald would be on there to next on that, but the last time the team to do so was in 2006, 2007 when it was Florida. That Florida squad when they had Joakim Noah and Al Horford.
Yeah.
And Corey Brewer and Torian Green. Yeah.
Yeah. 2006, 2007, which is wild.
It really is. So
it's pretty unbelievable that that's the last time we had a back-to-back with all the squads that we had.
Now tell me now. Right. Now let me ask you this. You should know this one right here. Who could tell me before this happened, who was the other team that won back-to-back?
Before Florida?
Yeah, before Florida.
Is it Patino's squad?
It's not. It's not. I'm gonna just give you a hint. They played the Fab Five and beat them.
What, the UNC squad from the 90s?
Oh, dang, never mind. I'm at UNLV. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
It was, I was going to say, it was Duke.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 91 and 92.
91, 92? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I said the Fab Five. I would think it was I was thinking of UNLV. So
yeah.
That was my fault. But yeah, it was Duke.
So. Yeah. Yeah, those are some deep teams.
That was back when we found out that Coach K was actually the true fit coach. Because I remember I heard back in the 80s, man, Coach K wasn't doing too good as a coach back then.
They almost fired him.
Yeah.
They almost fired him. He's talked about that a couple times. I went to a leadership thing and he talked about like tenure, right? And he's like, you can't get stagnant. He's like, even I was almost fired a couple times during that run. They almost fired him.
I know around the mid 90s, I think they weren't that good either. I think.
Well, because it was the fall off after those back-to-back championships. It was, we're about to run this year after year, and there was a dip.
And Florida was a prime example too. I think after they won those two championships, they kind of fell off.
They fell off. Billy Donovan went to the NBA.
Who probably should have stayed in college, but I mean
he 1,000% should have stayed.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, we
know why he left for money, but actually, some people should know their lane. I completely agree.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. I get it, but like, it ain't for everyone.
Yeah.
Look at you can go to football, right? You can look at Nick Saban, who said, "Nope."
Yeah, right? That's true.
I did.
Go right back to where you know what you know, right? And go run it. But I'm not going to be mad at anybody who gets offered a few extra $1 million a year.
Right. But like I said, it's crazy. Like these teams that win a championship, but then they just fall off. The 2009 UNC team, which I thought was really to me, that's had to be the best team best UNC team I've ever seen actually play when I was able to remember. Yeah. That was because that following year they was trash. They was like runner up at the NIT. That's how bad they were. But I mean, it's gonna be times like that when I think Villanova. The year after they won their second championship, I think they kind of fell off. I think they did, but
yeah. Well, no, because they even a couple in the Coach K's last year. In the Duke UNC, the New Orleans Final Four 2 years ago, you had Nova in.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they put up.
Oh yeah, that's when they played Kansas, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because that was the other side of Final Four. They were the first game.
Yeah, nobody didn't really care about that game. So,
Oh, not with that headliner at the end,
yeah,
which we're not going to talk about because I was there and I may or may not have cried.
yeah.
Them Coach K funeral shirts, they hurt.
Oh my, yeah. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, yeah, Duke is gonna win this game. I was like, Duke's gonna win this game right here. UNC ain't had no business making it all the way this far. Because I really thought they was gonna lose that game to Baylor, and they really tried to get that game to Baylor. But I mean, that's another story. But yeah,
I'm not over that one. I'm not over that one, and I'm not over that exit by Zion and the boys in that terrible tournament run.
Oh
is that Baylor? I can't remember who knocked them out that year in that garbage game.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because UNC got blowed out by them Auburn. That pissed me off. Made me hate Bruce Pearl even more. So
that was another tournament I was in Vegas for. I was not happy.
Yeah. But man, we talking like college basketball. We haven't even really mentioned Caitlyn Clarke breaking on Pistol Pete's war her scoring record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of crazy, man.
A record that stood for 50 years to remind everybody who's still listening and watching us right now.
Yeah. And I'm kind of glad she broke the record over that dude from Detroit Mercy, Antoine Davis. He was probably like 3 points shy. And he was trying to like pitch a case like we need to be in that, what is that tournament? Not the NIT, but the CBA tournament.
Yeah.
So he beat his record. I'm like, and you know what I found out about that dude? His dad is gosh, I forgot his dad's name, but his dad used to coach Indiana, and he actually took them to the Final Four. He actually was a coach when Indiana beat Duke that year. Back in 2002 or 2003, around that time. Mike Davis, I think that was his name.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's just something Davis also. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a heck of a feat, right? And it's great for the women's game, honestly, to see what she's doing. And I mean, you're gonna get no hate from me. There's nothing but love for what they're doing. It's the same thing with Reese at LSU, with just getting girls interested in the sport, and then being able to get some deals and be in some commercials, make some money, and then hopefully continue on into the WNBA and be stars and make some money for the WNBA, that you get some more household names again, because we started to have a fall off in the WNBA with big names.
Yeah. And I've heard that she's gonna be she declared herself for the draft.
Yeah.
The draft pick. Indiana Fever, I think they got the girl from South Carolina.
Last year, yep.
What was the girl? Dang, what is her name?
Asia Wilson?
Not her.
No, Aaliyah Boston, I think.
Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, her and Caitlyn on the team. Bro, I think the year after that, I'm gonna say next year or the year after next, they might give the Aces some trouble, because that's gonna be a nice little 1-2 punch.
Yeah, that's right. Asia Wilson's with the Aces.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. There's some damage to be done there for sure. It's a lot easier in the WNBA to make a quick turnaround story in 2 years, right? Because you don't have as many teams.
Yeah, I think they just got one in for the Bay Area.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. I don't know. They're not gonna start this year. Maybe next year or the year after next. So I mean, yeah, I think the WNBA got to get their revenue up, because it's actually some talent in the WNBA in women's college basketball, which I probably will talk more about that when I talk about the women's college basketball for March Madness. But yeah, Juju Watkins, she's up next. So.
She's definitely up next.
She's up next. The girl from Notre Dame, she's up next.
The point guard from South Carolina.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah, she's
How
up next.
now?
Nice. Yeah, that's it. She's nice. She's nice.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, she put everybody on notice in that first game when they were in France and came up under and put some people on the butt. Like, that girl's real nice too. Those handles.
Yeah. And shoot, the girl from Stanford good too. That Cameron Brink, she's nice. Cameron Brink, the girl from Virginia Tech, she's nice too. And you know, Deja Kelly is kind of nice too. From UNC. If you Reggie knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She wears the
My
wrong
game too.
Say what? Yeah.
She wears the wrong color. I don't know anything about that.
Hey, but shoot. But since we was talking about the women's basketball, I guess before we talk about going on to our next subject, the UNC and Duke girls, they had a game this past weekend. I think they put on I heard it was a real good show. I mean, UNC came back and win.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Did they play in Durham or did they play at UNC?
Yeah, it was at UNC.
Yeah, they had them playing at the Carmichael Arena too, I bet. That is just so messed up for letting them play it at the Carmichael Arena. Let them girls play at the Smith Center. But that just
honestly, I don't hate it when they do it, only because when they play at the Smith Center and it looks empty because they're not going to fill the Smith Center, I don't feel like you get the environment that you get when you bring it down, right? Like that was one of the things for WNBA when they're playing WNBA games in NBA arenas. It looks empty, right? And even when you think about an NBA game right after halftime, it looks terrible, right? It doesn't translate well.
Yeah.
Because it's so spread out. And the problem is when you've got a big arena like that, it does the same thing. So when you can create that rowdy, raucous environment and bring it down, I actually like it better. I like it when they do that. And some of these schools that go back to their old gym for like one game, for like a history game, like Texas does that here, and they get out of the Moody Center and they go to their old gym and they pack it in for a game, and it's just like it's rowdy. It's just like a high school game, standing room only, people falling all over themselves. Like those games are fun. It's fun when you can't even move anywhere because there's so many people packed in.
That's what's up. Yeah, but you never know. They might be like South Carolina. I think South Carolina girls get more. They got a better attendance than the boys do, but South Carolina boys are good.
Absolutely, I think those games are like they sell out, and those tickets are high.
Yes, they are. So, yeah, but like I said, we'll talk more about the women's college basketball and WNBA in the upcoming weeks. As Reggie would say, that's what you call a tease. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Like that.
And yeah. Since we mentioned Caitlyn, Clarke, Sheryl Swoopes. First things first. You know how they say don't be a Karen.
Yeah.
Don't be a Cheryl.
Hey man, that's my mom's name, bro. You say something and you change it to something else.
Oh dang.
Well, I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, no, her, man. But yeah, that's just that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
You get my mom's name and you're doing this bullshit.
Yeah, taking a good person like Miss Cheryl's name in vain like that. You know, it just
Yeah.
But
don't
apparently
be Swoopes.
Don't be Swoopes. And this leads to our pinhead of the week. Sheryl Swoopes says black people can't be racist. Come on, man. Black people are, I'm sorry, but black people are like the most racist people ever. The thing is like they don't get in trouble for it. So like I guess she tried to say that, but yeah, black people are racist.
1,000%.
1,000%. You ain't ever seen dang George Jefferson call folks honky all the time. So you know.
Hold on, y'all are letting the secrets of the motherhood get out, to these good folks. Like us, though, but on the real though, I think Sheryl Swoopes and let me paint the picture for a little bit for our audience, man. It's the fact that, of course, she came out and she erroneously said that she gave a little shade about Caitlyn Clarke's game and what she did. She made said that she did it did she say that she was there for 5 years instead of 4? And what was the original thing? You said that she broke all those records in 5 years when, of course, Caitlyn's only been there, for 4, something like that. Do y'all remember?
Yeah, she probably said something like that.
Yeah. So she made that error. She said she called Caitlyn personally to apologize for that. It's like, okay, cool. You should have, just again. You said I talked to her, not divulge anything that you said to her. Just say I talked to her and that everything's cool. But ever since then, she still doubled down on a lot of the stuff, that she was that she was shading Caitlyn on, which led to her mishap. Of saying, of course, because again, just like with Caitlyn and Angel Reese last year, everything definitely has to come down to the race card. If between a black to two good black and white players, or in this case, one of the best WNBA players of all time, one of the best college and WNBA players who happens to be black. And she says something about Caitlyn. Of course, everything's gonna have to be black or white or whatnot, man. Like, again, it's just it's really an unfortunate just commentary on where we are in terms of sports. Of course, you're gonna have people, somebody somewhere is gonna have something to say about your game, whether they're veterans like Sheryl Swoopes or there's somebody new. Somebody's gonna have something to say. That just is what it is, though, man. But then when the race card either gets played for sympathy or erroneously, man, it just it turns into a conversation or definitely it puts some unnecessary shit, some real shit into something that should be about are we talking about Caitlyn's game? Like I said, we really gonna have to just be like that white girl's doing this, instead of just recognizing that she's breaking a record that hasn't been broken in 50 years.
Right.
It's just again, it just shows you how silly society has gotten.
Well, if that was the case, they should have made like a big thing about Antoine Davis, because he was like either 5 or 6 years in college basketball. So
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't thought about Sheryl Swoopes in 10 years
since the Houston comments.
Since the Houston, right? Yeah, since Houston, yeah, since the playing days.
Don't get me wrong, she's still one of the greatest WNBA.
Oh yeah, she can hoop too.
But, that's great, but Sheryl, why? I hate that we're even talking about Sheryl Swoopes at this point, and it's even taken away anything from Caitlyn and from what is finally happening with viewership for women's sports and for basketball. Shoot, Fox reported out the other day higher numbers on women's basketball this year than on men's basketball.
I can see that.
And
it's must-see TV, because
we know Fox doesn't get ACC games or Big 12 games very often, but they pick up Big 12 games. But regardless, that shouldn't be taken away from by a Sheryl Swoopes for nothing, right? It didn't add anything. It just came off to me as ignorant and unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like I said, it wasn't even. Like I said, there was no. Like I said, there was absolutely no analysis. No, actually, just critiquing her game. But like I said, it came off as hating.
Yeah.
It always came off as hating, though. But again, I got one for you, Dane. The recent Iowa-Ohio State game drew more people than Victor Wembanyama's debut.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because that's the game that she broke the record. Yeah.
Which it's funny because you listen to all the naysayers. They're like, nobody watches that. Yeah. Obviously, they do. Right.
Her games at Iowa, like I said, that the lines that start from that state, the lines that starts from the arena, from those home games.
Yep.
Again, the hottest ticket in town. Again, we have to watch Iowa football. I'm definitely guessing that the best thing in town is definitely Iowa women's basketball, and that's definitely that is no doubt. There is no debate whatsoever. If you have to put up with Iowa Iowa football, yeah, Iowa women's basketball is going to be the thing everybody's going to look forward to when football season's over.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I hope they got something on the recruiting track to keep the momentum going next year.
Man, and you know what's crazy? It's crazy that Caitlyn Clarke scores more points.
Oh, the internet drop on B's end?
I think so. Oh,
I think we have. Yeah, we have some, I guess, a little technical difficulties, but I guess somebody from Iowa didn't want me to hear that, but I was just saying it's crazy how Caitlyn Clarke has scores more points than the entire football team does a game. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm pretty close to scoring more points a game than the Iowa football team.
Yeah,
and I don't even play, so it's pretty close.
It really is.
These are facts. These are facts.
Yeah. But guys, it's been a great show. It was so great. I think Tarif and Ronaldo had to bounce, but I mean, it's a great show. You guys got any shout out before we wrap this thing up? Dane, thank you for coming. When I have my men's March Madness bracket, I guess revealing show, I hope that you can be a part of it.
Yeah,
if depending on your schedule. So
yeah, definitely. I would love to. Definitely let me know. I appreciate it.
I would do that. So. But yeah, do you got anything you want to say before we wrap this up? No?
You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to the Georgia Southern Riflery team. We are not a football school. We are not a basketball school. We are a rifle team now. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Georgia Southern Riflery team cleaning up. We're a rifle school.
Damn.
Shout out. Hail Southern.
Yeah, that's right.
And no place else.
No place else.
No place else. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, man. Yeah, if that's all you got, Dane, man. I got nothing much either, man. Again, shout out to you for again just coming on the show. Once again, bless us with some more knowledge. Always appreciate your time. And as always, shout out to our listeners, shout out to our viewers, shout out to everybody who's been with us since day one. Or if this is your first time, listening to us, thank you for sharing your time with us. And as always, like, share, subscribe. Definitely we definitely need to work the algorithm. So like the show, definitely get us out front if you're on YouTube. So definitely support your boys there. And of course, man, just we welcome all feedback, good, bad, or different. Either way, we're to make a better show for y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, like I was gonna mention, like March 17th, St. Patty's Day, doing the men's selection show right after the brackets have been revealed. And on March 19th, I think that's gonna be on Tuesday night, we're gonna have trying to do an all women's panel. I already got at least one girl said that she would be interested in it. So we still looking for more people. So if you're interested, just let me know. We'll let one of us know. And shout outs. I ain't got too many shout outs. I'm gonna give a big shout out to North Dakota Titans on winning the Quad A state championship over Holy Innocents against 5-star recruit Caleb Wilson. 6 foot, 6'8", 6'9". They kind of held them down, I believe. So, and I'm just going to say this: like Region 8 and 4A, the most competitive the most competitive region. I mean, my high school, they was like in the top 10 the whole season. They didn't even make the tournament, the state tournament. That's how good it was. So, you know, I gotta give a shout out to, even though I don't like when North Oconee plays Madison County, because they beat the crap out of us twice. But I just gotta give a shout out to them. They got a little point guard on there named Justin Wise, freshman point guard, 6'2", 6'3". That's a dude you need to watch out for in the future. Yeah. And shout out to this man De Niro. And
shout out to De Niro, man. Always MVP of the comment section, man.
De Niro been keeping it live.
We gotta get him back on the show again.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
And probably have Bo Nix on there too.
Bo Nix. Yeah, we're gonna have him debate Bo Nix.
De Niro, I'll give your shout out for you. De Niro's shout out is for Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Yeah. Yeah. But man, I ain't got anything else to say, man. Y'all listeners, y'all have a good night and good weekend. Peace.
Yes, sir.